Alright, what is up, you guys? Welcome back. Okay, so here we're going the deepest anyone's ever gone. So I'm going to tell you guys what I know that nobody knows. What does God look like? You ever wonder that? You ever, they try to confuse you. You're like, you read the Bible, you imagine this big guy, like, it's gotta be a man, right? Oh, it has to be a man. Maybe some people will be pretty surprised here, but so what God looks like is like a sun with geometric shapes in it, like triangles, octagons, squares, rectangles, and pentagons, whatever, and the shapes just are like ding 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 ding, faster than you could see, like a kaleidoscope, like so freaking fast you can't even get one image. But it's like it's the mind, it's the universal mind, and its form, if it allows you ever to gaze on it. And I asked it who I am, and it told me I'm a knower, and I know what no one knows. So that's what I'm sharing with you guys, what no one knows, okay? So when I first got to see it, it had a form of a giant man. And I saw a giant foot in sandals, and the foot would have been about, taller than me. And then that vanished, because that's not really what it is. And then it had the most beautiful woman and handsome man you've ever seen there as its two forms. And then those vanished. And then behold, the real form is like a sun, like I said, with those, and it's a yellowy orange, kind of like a golden light kind of color, a golden light, and it doesn't burn you. This is work. It's more than just total body. I gotta anyway, so when you're there, it won't burn you because you're in a non-physical plane. How I discovered all this stuff was because I've been standing on the shoulders of giants, which is Nikola Tesla is one of them, that I learn everything he learned and then try to further from that. And some of what he was saying is study the non-spiritual, make more progress than ever before. So I really, picked up on that. And so the bottom line is the creative mind manifests everything with its will and its mind. And we also have if it's this big, your mind body is like this big, like smaller than it, about a third or a quarter of the size. And you are in its exact image, so your mind looks exactly like it looks. Just like if a dog had a puppy. So, but that is what's behind your physical body and everything, projecting in when you have thoughts come into your mind and all these things and ideas and images and all this stuff, it's coming into you through that. And again, your desire and your willpower are how you harness your mind power and the awareness that you have the universal mind in you. And that's why people meditate and stuff, to gain access to it, right? A lot of those guys, they used to think you gotta go live in a cave for 30 years and all this to figure out. It's not the case. Like once you meditate and quiet the conscious mind, turn it off, you can go in and figure this stuff out. Yeah, so for the Creator, it loves you as much as you could love your own children. It has done everything it could possibly do for you. All these things, it'll forgive you, all whatever else. It's just like you'd forgive yourself if you messed up, if you tripped on the ground. You might not be too impressed with yourself, but you'd just be like, get up and carry on, right? You let it go. So don't like, and that's the biggest thing is I think religion has really put this weird fear and misconception, crap, junk, garbage in people's head that weighs them down. Like they think like, oh no, I sinned or this or that, I'm going to hell or all. It's like, no, 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 no. Like you still want to live in a good way and do good things and all this, but it's there's not a guy up there in a white robe. And the other thing about God that is that it is above gender. Okay, so gender takes place after creation. So first it creates, right? Before it creates, there isn't male or female. There's no gender. Once it creates, and then it creates the universe, later gender comes down as like the polarity, like the yin and the yang, male, female, all this night, day, light, cold, or light, dark, hot, cold. So the basically, yeah, it's pretty deep there, but it could, I believe, take on avatar bodies that will if it wanted to, and I think it has with people like say Thoth of Atlantis, maybe even Jesus, and whatever. And even it has, I guess, up there a council of like, I don't know if it's 12 or 13 or however many, but like a table and a council of entities. And so, but these things all up there, again, are just loving, guiding, caring things that would look out for you because they're part of your family and we're here on our mission. And it's kind of the trick of life is you're born in blind, you're born in with your memory erased, you forget every single thing, you forget everything, and then you have to figure it all out again. Who am I? How does this all work? What goes on? All this. So, but that's what God looks like, not a human, more like a son, and it's a mind because the human form, I guess, comes downstream from creation. So it's not like the human form. It's like there's the human form before the Big Bang or all this or something. It's like that would come later on. So I guess God is actually male and female energy all in one because it's not even genderized yet. And then later, once there has to be gender in our world and all this, obviously, so we can recreate, have kids, and continue on, and the species can continue on for physical life. But so that's where everyone thinks there's this old dude in a white robe up there, and like it's not exactly the case. So that's what's going on. Be blessed, you guys. Remember, we're all connected. Yeah, so just make the most of yourself, and we all win.